What's going on, guys? Welcome on my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the bullpup submachine gun FN P90. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I will tell you the background history of that firearm, the usage, and of course about its unique futuristic looking design. Background and history. In the early 1980s, NATO had a request to replace the 9x19mm Parabellum and called for new types of weapons, one handheld and one shoulder fire, chambered in a new cartridge. The weapons were termed as PDW, also known as personal defense weapon, to provide personal protection in last resort situations when the user is directly endangered by the enemy. The new cartridge was to have greater range, accuracy and terminal performance than the 9x19mm cartridge. Additionally, it was to be capable of penetrating body armor. The shoulder fire personal defense weapon was to weigh less than 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds with a magazine capacity of at least 20 rounds. The handheld personal defense weapon, pistol, was to weigh less than 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds, although a weight of 700 grams or 1.5 pound was deemed desirable. It was to have a magazine capacity of at least 20 rounds. Both weapons were to be sufficiently compact to be carried hands-free on the user's person at all times, whether in the cab of a vehicle or the cockpit of an aircraft, and were to perform effectively in all environments and weather conditions. Fabrique Nationale Herstal was the first small arms manufacturer to respond to NATO's requirement. FN started by developing a shoulder-fire personal defense weapon, the P90, along with a small-caliber, high-velocity 5.7 by 28mm cartridge type. The original 5.7 cartridge, called the SS90, went into production with the P90 in 1990 and had a muzzle velocity of 850 meters per second or 2,800 feet per second. Following the P90's introduction, FN revised the 5.7 by 28mm ammunition. The new variation, designated the SS190, used a projectile 2.7mm or 0.11 inches, shorter in length than that of the SS90. This allowed it to be used more conveniently in the 5.7 by 28mm FN57 pistol, which was under development at that time and then became as a companion weapon to the P90. The SS-190 projectile had a greater weight and a more conventional construction with an aluminum and steel core. In 2002 and 2003, NATO conducted a series of tests with the intention of standardizing a PDW cartridge as a replacement for the 9x19mm Parabellum cartridge. The tests compared the relative merits of the FN 5.7 by 28mm cartridge and the HK 4.6 by 30mm cartridge, which was created by German small arms manufacturer Heckler & Koch, as a competitor to the 5.7. The results of the NATO tests were analyzed by a group formed of experts from Canada, France and United Kingdom and United States, and the group's conclusion was that the 5.7 by 28mm was undoubtedly the more efficient cartridge. However, the German delegation and others rejected the NATO recommendation that 5.7 by 28mm be standardized, halting the standardization process indefinitely. As a result, both the 4.6 by 30mm and 5.7 by 28mm cartridges and the associated weapons have been independently adopted by various NATO countries according to preference. The P90 is currently in service with military and police forces in over 40 countries throughout the world. Now, design and features. P90 is a selective fire straight blowback operated weapon. It fires from a closed bolt for maximum accuracy, and its design makes extensive use of polymers for reduced weight and cost. When fired, the P90 ejects spent cartridge casings downward through a chute located behind the grip, so spent cases are kept out of the shooter's line of sight. The P90 can be fitted with a sling for greater ease of carry, and since the weapon has a fixed stock, as opposed to having a collapsing or folding stock, it can be quickly deployed when needed. The weapon's smooth, rounded contours prevent it from snagging on the shooter's clothing or equipment, and a small vertical protrusion is provided at the front end of the weapon's frame to prevent the shooter's hand from accidentally slipping in front of the muzzle while shooting. It's small and easy to maneuver in tight spaces, such as the inside of an armored vehicle. The P90 requires minimal maintenance and it can be disassembled quickly and easily. It is a modular firearm consisting of 4 main component groups: the barrel and the optical sight, the moving parts group, the frame and the trigger group, and the hammer group. The magazine is on upper part of the weapon, and before the round is sent to the receiver, it turns 90 degrees. Also, the magazine is made out of transparent plastic, which is helpful to easily check how many rounds are left. It also comes with a silencer, but it can only be operated with subsonic ammunition. Technical specifications. The caliber is 5.7 by 28 mm, which has a flat trajectory. The barrel length is 26.4 centimeters or 10.4 inches. The width is 55 millimeters or 2.2 inches. The height is 210 millimeters or 8.3 inches. Feed system, 50 round detachable box magazine. Rate of fire is from 850 to 1100 rounds per minute. Overall length is 500 millimeters or 20 inches. The weight is 2.6 kilograms or 5.8 pounds. Effective range is 200 meters or 220 yards. Maximum firing range is 1800 meters or 5900 feet. Sights. It has a tritium illuminated reflex sight with backup iron sights. Performance and capabilities. The penetration. P90 can penetrate the NATO Crisat vest, also known as Level 3A Kevlar. Handling is ambidextrous and low recoiled. Variants. As many other firearms, the P90 had the following modification: P90 TR, P90 USG, P90 Laser X models, PS90, PS90 Standard, PS90 SBR, PS90 TR, PS90 USG. Usage and deployment. It is used by vehicle crews, support personnel, special forces, counter-terrorist groups, and law enforcement in countries like Austria, Belgium, and by the US Secret Service. Used in wars and armed conflicts. Internal conflict in Peru was also used in wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, Libyan civil war, and Mexican drug war. In pop culture, it was used in films like Equilibrium, Stargate, Terminator 3, and Battleship, and in video games of Call of Duty, Battlefield, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike Go, and Medal of Honor. Its advantages are the following. It can be adapted for shooting from both left and right shoulder, small, lightweight, and despite the specific design, very comfortable, easy to use, excellent accuracy, range and precision of fire compared to conventional submachine guns with 7.62 and 45 ACP ammunition. Small and well-controlled recoil of the weapon. High fire density, large magazine capacity, high penetration and penetrating power of high velocity small caliber bullet. Good striking power due to high bullet velocity despite small caliber, low bullet weight and low energy. Disadvantages are disputable stopping power of light small caliber bullet, very specific design and magazine length compared to most normal submachine guns, which complicates and slows down reloading, especially in difficult combat conditions. Long magazines have low durability and reliability. High production cost, 3 times more expensive than a modern assault rifle and 5 to 7 times more expensive than an Uzi type submachine gun. And that's it. I would really appreciate a like and a subscription to the new channel. Please let me know which weapon you would like to see in the next video, and I'll see you guys next time.